Hi, welcome everyone. Welcome one and all to our United Artists for Social Change virtual open mic. We are so happy to have you all here and tune in to hear our voices and the community crying out for change, standing up for love, and sharing what is on our minds. Our club here at AVC at Antelope Valley College is a space for artists and people to come together and share ideas, a space for our community to cultivate the virtues we need for us to have clear communication, be unafraid of our self expressions, and share our creations. In essence, the UASC is a place for us to have fun and be real with each other and use our art to incite change. It's a community of people just like you that see the wounds of the world bleeding out and, just hope to find a way to heal them, by becoming aware of them and looking at the problems and finding the love that we need to solve them. We here, we work together and we find ways of changing these problems because our art is the catalyst that we use to see to for the social change that we want to see, you know? The UASC is putting our hearts out there and hoping that the people will begin to see things differently after seeing our truths. It is to encourage generations to never stop speaking their minds. It is the proof that people can accomplish great things together. The UASC is a family, and we hope you all join us and enjoy this night together and make the movement grow. The movement of cultural revolutionaries, critical thinkers, and progressive intellectuals. I am honored to open this space and just open, with these words. And I am so honored to introduce our first performer of the night, Archangel Apollonio. Take it away with your beautiful singing.
Hello, everyone. So I will be singing a song by Lauren Daigle called "Look Up, Child." So I hope you guys enjoy. Where are you now? When darkness seems to end. Where are you now? When the world is crumbling. Oh, I, I hear you say, I hear you say, look up, child. Hey, look up, child. Hey, where are you now? When all I feel is doubt. Where are you now? When I can't figure it out. Oh, I hear you say, I hear you say, look up, child. Hey, look up, child. Hey, look up, child. Hey, look up, child. Hey, hey, look up, child. Hey, look up, child. Hey, look up, child. Hey, oh, I hear you say, I hear you say, look up, child. Look up, child. Look up, child. Hey, look up, child. Hey, hey, look up, child. Ooh, look up, child. Hey, Look up, child. Hey, oh, I hear you say, look up, child. And now, everyone, we'll be having a poem by Melody, and I hope you enjoy.
Hello, everyone. My name is Melody. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and today I'll be performing a poem. And thank you so much, Archangel, for that beautiful song and for introducing me. And thank you so much to the UASC for hosting this space today. And so before I go into my poem, I did want to give some context for it as it's very personal to me. So about a month ago, I had a near-death experience and I decided to seek some medical help. And sure enough, I was diagnosed with PTSD. And getting that diagnosis really, flipped a lot of the things that I was doing in my life, and just really opened up to a lot of feelings that I hadn't been able to face before. And so I've been going to therapy for the last month. I just finished my therapy this last Wednesday, and I'm very proud of myself. And this poem that I wrote was to channel all the different emotions that I felt about the PTSD. And so I knew the culprit for the PTSD, and it's actually my biggest passion, which is ironic, which is the current career that I've had for the last 4 years. And I've come to that fork in the road of my life where I have to give up something that I have loved so much since the day that I started doing it. And this poem is about the work that I do. I am an organizer, which is the art of empowering people to step into their true selves and to advocate for themselves and their communities. And as beautiful as that sounds, it also took everything from me. So I'm going to go ahead and start my poem now. And the last context as to the poem is actually this background. So I've had many dreams now where I'm at the bottom of a big water body. So I'm not drowning or anything. I'm just sitting down at the bottom and I'm just looking up. And I know that I want to swim up, but I know that I can't. And I'm not scared or anything, and I'm not confused. I'm just sitting down surrounded by water. And I finally understood what the water meant, and the water represents my emotions. And so this poem deals with these dreams that I've been having as a representation and manifestation of the current illness that I have, and then with all the trauma that I've endured with the work that I do. So here we go. I have experienced things over the last 4 years no person can go through and still remain all there. At first, it was just a leaking faucet, nothing much, and yet still there. A droplet at a time. Made a promise to give my all every day of my existence to bending the arc of the moral universe towards justice. And I lost myself in between. 1,460 days of being on edge almost every hour. My body always ready for war. My shoulders tensed up like a million little ants biting, tearing through my skin. But it wasn't always like that. At first, it was thrilling. Adrenaline in purest form that came from helping people, giving answers, finding answers, creating answers, voicing answers, passing them out. How could I ever get tired of this euphoria, ever flowing runner's high, until I didn't come down one day, stuck. You'd think it'd be great to remain in the sixth dimension, but not having a moment of peace is soul-crushing soundlessness. When everyone wants to put their bucket inside your well and take out all that's there, as if you owe them. It is now just pain, and the faucet only gets louder and louder and louder and louder. White noise ringing in your ears, no denying it now. Some days I am overwhelmed, too much. Other days I am bare, nothing there. Some days I am surrounded by water. Other days I am numbed by empty air. And I don't know what's worse, drowning in an ocean of feelings or dying of thirst. But all days I know it's too late. The water in the well has dried. I am a bottomless well of sadness, and every day I throw a coin, hoping to hear it pierce through the water again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Melody, for that beautiful poem and for just sharing with us, what you had to go through and your diagnosis. That was very brave of you, and I applaud you for just taking out the time to share your poem. It was very powerful, and I thank you once again. Thank you. With that being said, we will be having another poem up next with Basilio.
Oh my God! Thank you so much, Archangel and Melody. How powerful and how truthful. How I don't even know what to say. But I'm gonna switch up gears. Yeah, I'm supposed to be reading a poem by Tabitha Patricio, which she was supposed to be here today, and it just kind of goes with Melody. So I'm gonna do hers first and share it with y'all, and then I'll do a poem that I wrote. So this first piece is called "Tired" by our own secretary, our own wonderful secretary Tabitha. Here we go. It goes like this. I am tired. I'm exhausted. I'm tired of being someone I'm not. Even tired to be someone I am. I'm just tired. Everything requires work these days. Being happy requires work these days. Being content takes work these days. When was the last time someone asked me if I was happy? When was the last time someone asked me if I was thankful? I've brought myself to the point where instead of "that's great," someone is responding with "I'm sorry." I brought myself too much despair that I am the culprit for my own sorrow. But I can't. I can't let sorrow win. I can't let distress take the victory. So I'm going to look to my vice, to my voice, the one that gives me life. Because now it's time to be content. Now it's time to be happy. It'll take work. Yes. It'll be worth it. Yes. And that was Tabitha's poem. Thank you, Tabitha, for submitting that. And you're here with us, even though you're not. And I'm going to switch gears here, and I am going to read a poem that I wrote just for one of my brothers that is doing a life without possibility of parole sentence. And he is a great human being that I was able to encounter when I was there myself. And I just wrote this for you, brother. And his loved one reached out to me saying like, hey, you should support this bill. AB 481, which just passed the Senate. And it's going to give people that are doing these kind of sentences that keep them locked up for life without ever being able to get out, with special circumstances to get out and return to their families, which is really good, for people that are in there. And it's just really just compassion, right? And I say education, not incarceration, because that's just a giant money-making monster that is enslaving us. So I am going to read this poem that I wrote, and it is called Prison Politics. All right, and I hope you all enjoy. And this is for you, my brother, man, my brother. All right, let's see. Let me pull it up. Bam. All right. The pretty microcosm of a rotten society, neatly wrapped tight in ugly, rusty barbed wire and chain-linked fencing. Oh, what an ugly reflection of our confusion, self-segregation, inability to understand creation and love it back. Broken mirror, put together yet disconnected, punched broken by angry hearts beating fast, too fucking fast. Sharp breaks that warp reality soaked with blood, tears, sweat, and fear. Clotheslines, soups, shower shoes, hot pots, shanks, the kitty, some clavo, bars, cuffs, friendly showers. We are all here to program. It's program time. In these gray dorm day rooms, we spent our years sitting on these titanium octagons, these benches with these little circle seats, watching our lives play out through the TV, seeing the news as our souls sit here stagnant, getting old, pretending to play dominoes or a bullshit card game, telling jokes, but we all know the real joke is on us. The only game we are playing is ourselves. BB6224 was my number. I am a number no more, but it still wears me from time to time. The filthy number engraved in my core. There are many others still wearing theirs, living by them, becoming it, and many more will become these numbers if we don't stop the goddamn machine and refuse to be cogs in it. We need love to clog it and make it implode. Fuck the new Jim Crow. It's real, the loophole to slavery, the way of keeping us all oppressed, even more the free. Tell me who has the power to relinquish and banish you from your humanity. Tell me who has the power to make you less human. Your God, your mother, or a judge you forgot the fucking name of, sending souls by the busload to rot in a 6 by 8 foot concrete box, looking up, locking up all us fuck-ups at society's convenience. On the grounds and in the name of law and evidence, looking until we learn how to make dice out of bread and art out of paper, knives out of broken pieces of doors and chairs, stick drugs up our asses, but never learn our lesson and how to heal. Institutionalized, in here. Incarcerated, in here. Educated, not here. Rehabilitated, fuck no. They haven't told you the scheme of rehabilitation is just a ploy of making Globotel link millions with our phone calls to loved ones at $1 a minute. Oh, the revolving door. Grow up poor, try to come up, get stuck, locked up, back out, still poor, and repeat over and over again. The losers in this game never win. You want to be like the movies? On top, but stay down, down so goddamn long. Trying so hard, and these prisons made bar by bar, brick by brick, will continue building prisons till we are all locked in. From trap houses to jail cells, from struggle to struggle, from the hood to the pen, from the no bread to now you're in, no sleep, no rest for the wicked. Sick of tired of being sick and tired, your name's on it, and it slowly turns you into a number, and you forget. Your eyes staring at the clock won't make it go faster. Prison guards, killers, dope dealers, and frauds all getting along. 3 meals a day, no go, all stay, slowly drifting away. Bunkies and junkies, eyes staring out and nobody's looking in. Depravity encourages creativity. Cactus sold prisoners, ration and spread out the little bits of life that get scarcely. Drink from their metal toilet and sink. Tin mirror that is not clear enough to see their own eyes. You're dead, scratched in names from who knows when, screaming out to you from the poles of your bunk bed. I was here, you are too, I'm sorry, fuck it, fuck you, that's life. Is it? They doing it without possibility of parole, and what for? How long do you want me to rot? Prisons made bar by bar, brick by brick. We'll continue building prisons till we're all locked in. LWAPs, lifers, homies, paisas. Man, we're all here, doing time together. Not sure how I made it out, and now although I'm out, I've never wanted more to be free. Freedom, it's a state of mind, like you and me. Tonight, during count, I won't be on my bunk, but in your mind, ready to start a fucking riot. I love you all, prisoners. I love you all. Break free. Thank you.
You know what? Every time someone always comes up like and do a poetry, I always forget to snap my fingers, right? Because after someone is done doing a poem, you're supposed to snap your fingers, and I always forget that. So snap, snap, snap to that. And thank you, Basilio, for that beautiful poem. Like I was able to really visualize what you were saying, and it was very powerful. And thank you also for taking a stanza for Tabitha. Shout out to you, Tabitha, for that beautiful poem as well. Tired, very deep as well. So thank you to the both of you. And next, with another poem, is Kimberly. Enjoy.
Hello, everybody. It's been a while since I've been on here. I have been having some issues with being creative lately, but this morning I woke up, and even as painful as things can be, you can see I hate that my creativity was sparked by something so sad, but I'm here to bring this to you because this was just on my heart this morning. It came like flowing water, so here it goes. Here I am, sitting at the edge of my bed, my heart bleeding onto the floor, your memory singed into the back of my brain. I recall you in dreams. I can still feel your hug, and I pray that this will be permanently, but hopefully not the ache. It is crippling and misleading. I miss you to the point of my destruction of self, especially when I know how much you crave the embrace of love. It could be a toxic love, but still, for a moment, still love. The ones who were supposed to nurture you with love pushed you into accepting perversions of its touch, to where you forgot where true north lies in yourself. Your heart's beating is your own paradise. The irregular beats caused you to forget about time, and you lost your way, loving and living without thoughts of the love you gave, missing deeply the love you craved. I guess in a way we can all become slaves to the feeling, to moments, to perversions, and to shame. I grabbed my paper and pen at 9 a.m. today because I miss you, and crying hurt too bad to claim my day. The rays of the sun beam down in your name, the blue skies in their brilliance absorbing my pain for now. I started writing, and still somehow I cry because I was the one you loved the most. And I can't tell you now how your love sustains me like no one did for you in this life. Sustain you. You challenged every part of their insides. So it pained you, all the contempt they gave with pride. They passed the hate to me, and I slowly died inside, wanting the same love you craved, knowing I will never get it while I'm alive. Mainly because you're gone from this life, I will meet you on the other side with a hug and tell you about all the times I tried, and tell me I am the apple of your eye. I wish I didn't feel like I had to die to feel love, because that's when they tell you the love they have for you, the love you they gave you for just for show, instead of loving you when you needed it to grow, so you weren't always putting on a show to feel love. I do the same thing, perform and pretend I'm fine and smile when my heart feels like it's dying. Maybe it's in the genes, which I will proudly claim and beam in all their glory. Your love was one of the most important chapters of my story. And that's all.
Wow. That's that again. Thank you so much, Kimberly, for that beautiful poem. I really felt it. And I just love poetry. The fact that it really speaks to our souls, and especially the way we say it, right? The way we say it, but like the way we read our poems to other people, you can feel it. You can feel every word. And Kimberly, I felt every word. And I thank you. Thank you for speaking to our souls. And next, with another poetry, another poem is Fabricio. I hope you guys enjoy.
Thank you, Archangel, sorry, for the introduction, and thank you, Kim, for the poem. It was really amazing. This piece that I'm going to do was inspired by these certain days that I have where I reflect back on my life, and I reflect on everything that I've tried to do, you know, whether I failed or succeeded at it, you know, because some days I feel old and I feel like I'm running out of time, and other days I feel young and I feel like I could live forever. And it's really random when it happens, but anytime I do reflect on those times during those days and I look back on everything I've done, there's always one common thing that, one common phrase that I feel is the most important, you know, whether you've just started, you're in the middle of it, or if you finished it. I just feel like this certain phrase is that important. I'm gonna start reading the poem now. Thank you. Thank you to those who have helped me on my journey, to those who have went out of their way to make sure that I received a quality education. Thank you to the students that have embraced me with open arms. My background is one that was surrounded by closed doors, but to see new doors opening, to see the bright light that shines through, it is a beautiful sight to see. I would not have been able to achieve the successes in my life without those who were kind to me. When I was young, I was taught to think only of me, to thank me if I succeeded, to believe that it was all about me. But the truth is, it is not all about me. It is not about what others can do for me. It is what I can do for others. It is what I can do for the people. It has always been more than me. There hasn't been much gratitude to those who have been kind in these trying times. So I will say what many should have already said. Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Yes, thank you, Fabricio, for that wonderful poem. For speaking your truth. But next, we'll be having music by River. Yes, thank you, River, for some beautiful music, and I love the guitar playing. I gotta learn myself, but thank you so much. I love the music. And next with poetry, well, coming forth to you all is Sammy. Enjoy.
Hi. Lately I've been sort of thinking about the past and a lot of details about myself that unfortunately are immutable, things that cannot change that they at least happened. While I can change who I am, I cannot change what I used to be. And this is sort of just about my feelings about the past and moving forward. I wish I could go back. Tell myself it's okay. You can get on track. Just change your way. Don't be so toxic. Don't hold that pain. It'll make you sick and increase your strain. You just gotta live and don't get led astray. Life's got a lot to give. That hurt doesn't have to stay. But it doesn't work that way. I can't go back to help that me of that day. So I have to work on what I lack. One day I'll make it beyond that me. A day where I can finally sit and relax to see that is not who I am. Who I am is good. No longer a timid, hateful lamb. I'm the one who withstood beyond all the attacks, survived the pain that no longer stacks. There is no longer a strain. One day I'll be happy. It'll be a while. I won't feel so crappy, and I'll be able to smile. I'll be the person I want to be. I'll accept who I am. One day I'll truly see I am Sam.
Yes, another poem. What's not too bad, right? Thank you, Sammy, so much for that wonderful poem. And next, moving on, we will have Professor Newman with a video poetry. Enjoy.
There were a lot of thoughts behind this piece. I was called a pansy. It's certainly not the worst I've been called, but it hit differently. First, to be called a name or to be insulted for trying to make the world a little more inclusive is so strange. I don't know that I'll ever understand that mindset. Second, for so long, people have used this phrase to belittle or to poke fun at others they deem to be weak. Why are so many of our insults feminine? It shows a deep misunderstanding of the feminine energy. Beautiful, delicate, sure, but it's also strong and fierce. It is an energy far stronger than they realize. Like the pansies, the feminine energy continues to thrive despite your attempts to knock it down. With the help of my friend Tim Reese, we created this artwork to explore these ideas. I hope you enjoy.
Ode to the Pansies by Tim Reese. I often get attacked. Online, it's fine for giving a shit. That's barely an oversimplification. I can't keep track. Who'd want to? It'd haunt you. Of all the twits, tweeting in misguided defense of a nation I'm trying to save before the late stages of economic collapse make us forget that survival of the fittest was always about the whole species. So I stand up, foolishly maybe, and shout that the only way out is in unison. From each to each, no person left behind. Actually love your neighbor. That's pansy talk. Pinko kami, pronouns in bio, talking like a pansy about foolish ideals like compassion? I'm meant to be insulted, I think. But why? Because I'm hardy? Can take a little cold snap in stride, keeping my eyes on the promise of sunshine and seeing something better with all the other pansies? Because I come from seeds of unity, blended roots that see the beauty in cross-pollination? You call me pansy with a tone implying I am weak or cowardly, feminine? Your ignorance is no insult. Femininity in affinity for softness, as you say, is the strongest part of me. When winter coats molt, in spring we'll sing, survivors of the day. Here's to my field of pansies.
I have to give a snap to that. It was beautiful, Professor Neiman. I just love the fact that you put your art in a video. I loved it. I really did. Beautiful. I have to say beautiful once again. And moving on to our final performer of the night, Professor Garcia, aka TD3, with a rap. Oops, my apologies. I apologize for that. We actually have Andrea coming up with poetry and a song. Sorry about that. Enjoy.
Thank you so much. I got scared for half a second. I thought that maybe I had slept through mine or something. Today I have two things for you. One is a song that somebody very, very dear to me first showed me. And the other is a poem. I am transferring this semester, and this all of this is dedicated to the UASC and everything that it means to me. And I hope you like it. So the song is called Carry On by Young Rising Suns. Oh, my love, don't you worry. When the world gets cold, I'll hold your heart when it's heavy, and I won't let go, no, till my blood runs dry. I will never leave your side, don't you worry. Oh, I know we'll carry on, stay close. It's hard to make it when you're on your own. If you get lost, then I will lead you home. And all you need to know is I'll be there when no one is, no one is. Yeah, darling, I'll be there and I'll tell you. Oh, my love, don't you worry. When the world gets cold, I'll hold your heart when it's heavy, and I won't let go, no, till my blood runs dry. I will never leave your side, don't you worry. Oh, I know we'll carry on. These days, I feel like I've become my own mistakes. All of my thoughts, they keep me wide awake. But then I hear you say, I'll be there. When no one is, no one is. Yeah, darling, I'll be there. And you tell me, oh, my love, don't you worry. When the world gets cold, I'll hold your heart when it's heavy, and I won't let go, no, till my blood runs dry. I will never leave your side, don't you worry. Oh, I know we'll carry on. I believe that life is worth it, even if it's scarred or frayed. You don't need to be whole or perfect. No one is, no one is. You never know where the tide's gonna take us. You never know when the wave's gonna break, but I'll be there when no one is, no one is. Oh, my love, don't you worry. When the world gets cold, I'll hold your heart when it's heavy, and I won't let go, no, till my blood runs dry. I will never leave your side, don't you worry. Oh, I know we'll carry on. Oh, I know we'll carry on. Thank you. Next I have a poem. I'm so sorry. And this is dedicated to the UASC. UASC, thank you for every memory, for the laughs, the tears, the camaraderie, to the advisors for their activism mastery, and the members for their courage and their bravery. This year has not been easy. I'll reflect now as we come into its finale. COVID kept us in our homes, but we still found places for our art to roam. Through the trials and the tears, our art is something to be feared. Not feared, but respected by the society that it critiques. And had I mentioned, we are still alive and well. We still have a story to tell. Here we go into the future. Every step takes us closer. I will take what I've learned with me, every good influence at work in me. Adrian's philosophy and Basilio's passion, Tabitha's heart and Colette's artistic action, Tacey's kindness, Archangel's voice, Garcia's ability to make dope lyrical noise, Newman's dedication and Corona's spirit, all at work, and the world will hear it. This club has mi whole corazón, and as I step now into the unknown, I won't forget all you gave me. Paciencia y fe. Now go make history. Thank you.
Oh, Andrea, man, I was about to tear up right now, like for real. The singing was so beautiful. I really love the lyrics, the words, and thank you for that beautiful poem. It meant a lot. Thank you. And well, finally, moving on to our final performer of the night is Professor Garcia, aka TD3 with a rap.
All right, thank you. So I'm gonna actually do a a poem, and then I'll do a little song. The poem comes out of a dream that I had recently, and I'm trying to tap into my dreams as sources of inspiration, kind of like Melody did with hers about the water, but this one is a little bit different. But so this first one is called Choir Boy, and I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with you so you can follow along. It is a loud, crowded, open gym with all types of players, hyped and hooping. Some posturing in sight, some observe and tell it straight. Smug grins, barbed words, flying F-bombs and flexes. The jukes, jabs, and jokes pass through the air, all testifying that they are better than the rest. Each the star in their own DJ Khaled video. I let my game do the talking, seldom jumping into the verbal fray. But when this one dude, a princely, fair-skinned, golden blonde fellow, turns to me, beckons with his index finger, and says, "Come here, my little choir boy," I turn away, keep silent, and keep shooting. And as I shoot, I keep hearing swirls of chirping from all sides. And as he sits stretching on the sideline, I drain another 3, and then I stop, turn to him, and loudly state, "Don't ever call me that, or anything like that." They used to call me the silent assassin because I would break down defenses like a scout, read passing lanes like a corner, and snipe them without conscience or conversation. But I no longer keep silent before the pronouncements of blonde princes. I am not their fucking choir boy. Okay, so that one, that's from a dream, but I think it has some real world application if you read between the lines. So that's my first one. And then I have another one that I want to share. And the other one, it kind of links back to the beginning of the show because it's about a child. And, Archangel started us off with a beautiful song telling the child to look up, right? Look up, child. And this one's a little bit like looking back to the child. I'm kind of looking back on the boy that I used to be now that I'm a man. And so it's kind of carrying forward some of that backward-looking energy. And so I'm going to go ahead and share the lyrics again. The boy within this loud man used to stay muted, playing without a band of brothers, just playing solitaire, feeling like the world just don't care. Pac 96, me against the world glare. But then hip hop caught me in its snare, then the basement bump with community force, then bands of art and soul flowed from the source. Then boom baps under bars leapt free from my homes in New Mexico and Minnesota to NYC. Then native tongues handed me a plate with the pen, a list of 10,000 books and said, break the cages of the ages, break through your pages like the ancients with their sageness. On the soup for thought, I ruminated, then I ate it, leonine nourishment. Still ain't sated, for we all partake in the people's power. Even when we dwell in hells below the golden towers, we got a voice that soars like a chorus over borders that are far more porous than they seem. Let's rock in the middle. First fight, then fiddle. In between the dead and the next hip, between the resting and the flexing, between the active and the passive. Be the bridge of action, bewitching passion. Between the illogics begin magic. We are getting elastic with both ways passing, making change come, ye. We Sam cooking up justice-bound covers like Uncle Bobby's books. What? Strong backing, soft fronts, wild lyrical hearts busting public love. 40 years plus, tending to the quiet child within, strengthening his song with these hip-hop hymns. Wu-tanging up for the child within. Yup, Wu-tang up for the child within. Thank you. That one's just an ode to the child within that we never leave behind, but that stays with us and that we need to integrate when we get older. And so that's part of my path. Hip hop was one of my teachers. And so this is an homage. This is a love letter to hip hop, because when I was a lost adolescent, if it gave me a path, it was something I look up to, something I could look up to, like Archangel was saying in her song. So thank you all for listening. Thank you all. Such beautiful, talented, emotion-drenched songs all night long tonight. And you move me, you all inspire me. I'm glad to be a part of this. We're some proud pansies, and we're repping lovely. We got progressive action, we got progressive tactics, and we keep blasting all night long. As long as the beat goes on, I could just keep dropping the song, I guess, cause the style is free. It's lovely, like all y'all, you know how we do it. We ain't dub it, we just crew it. We just bamboo it, because we're strong. We bend, we don't break. We partake in the most elegant, Eucharistic thing that you can imagine. And we just blasting rhythms, they're quite elastic, like I said before. But it's all ever more, because the beat don't stop. The beat don't stop. So thank you all for being here with us, and I will sign off.
Woo! I was over here like, I was over here like dancing, guys, like right here. But thank you for Professor Garcia for that rap. I'm not really a fan of rap, but I really love Professor Garcia's rap. There's just something about his rapping. Like, I remember the first time I entered into his classroom, I was one of his students. And I was like, what? Like, I have a professor that knows how to rap. And not only that, but like the syllabus, he was rapping the syllabus, guys. And it was cool being in this class. And I just really love Professor Garcia, because, he makes the class very entertaining and wanting for us to, it makes me want to learn. It made me want to learn. And I really learned in that class. I really did. I paid attention. I really paid attention. And I love English too. I really love English. So thank you, Professor, for that rapping and those lyrics. Thank you. So to close out, wrap everything up together, I just want you guys to just remember that your voice matters. And no one will and can keep us quiet. If you have any gifts, I just want to encourage you all that's been watching to use them, because your gifts allow you to express yourself and how you feel. I can really say from my experience being a part of this club, it has allowed me to break out of my shell. And the things that we talk about is real life situations that we deal with on a daily basis. And one last thing, change begins with us. And let me say that again, change begins with us. And if you want to make something happen, then we can do it. And to my UASC family, let's continue to shine and let our voices be heard. Let's continue to shine and let our voices be heard. Go UASC! And now to end this night off, we'll end with a dance. So I hope you guys enjoy. Hit it, TD3.